Hey EDM. Yeah, as far as my recap goes, I think the first thing I learned about was the boundaries of like through the Harlequin and the Speed Avatar. Uh, but those are just numbers. I don't think that's really important to you. I think my session started off with I was having dinner with my dad. At this point, I have a solid 10 clients. It's about 75% of my business. And we have this kind of long heart-to-heart talk about like making the family stronger. And I actually kind of reaffirmed to him that like I'm actually not out there for myself to kind of go on my own path. It's more like my end goal is to be stronger and bring something back to the family, like specifically, uh, honing my craft. Like I said, maybe not taking the direct route of the warrior, but like not neglecting that route either. And it seems like it kind of pays off in the end because after the dinner's over, we go back to my shop, and I see like some of my tools are kind of messed around with and everything. So I'm like super suspicious, and my mom shows up, and she had like this energy cloaking thing that that like hid her presence from me, and she gave me this big hug, and she admitted it was her that was doing it, and it's basically revealed to me over the course of this part of the session that I got like the legendary forge that I had specifically asked for. It's got like these white symbols and these blue stones, and it can like forge any kind of material inside. But like the big thing is there was supposed to be a what I at least took for the big thing from it was there was supposed to be like this kind of exchange that I guess my dad had envisioned going. It's like, well, now you can kind of do this to help the family, but I had managed, like I had kind of conveyed that before he had given me the forge, so it actually worked out, I think, decently well in my favor as far as like family relations go, or at least that's how I took it. Like he was on board for me helping, and like I said, I think I even mentioned like, no, TM, I would try to like incorporate some of what he did, like if it meant giving up a little bit of my own private stake in things, like I would try to take on a couple corporate job or a couple more military jobs to show that like that's what I'm doing. Like that's something I had committed to before I had discovered I had the legendary forge. So I think that made him pretty happy. Um, yeah, we pretty much fast forward from there. There was some more details and stuff like that went on, but we're gonna fast forward from there. Um, the Blue Star Forge is the name of the forge. Since getting the forge business has really taken off, I had well over 100 high-end customers and could afford to take on someone to help with the projects. My mom would occasionally help me, but there was some more basic stuff that I'd have like her people at her like business do it. I have a ship named Nebulous Hammer. It's like a mining vessel plus a place to live. Like so, if there's some rare materials I need or anything like that, like I would go out and get them. Sometimes it's just quicker because I'm such a small operation that I go out and get them myself as opposed to waiting for the months of like mining and transit and shipping to go through. It's like if I know the people, uh, I can go there directly. So I had like this meeting far off with World with this guy named Jules Blood Raymond, I think is his name. And I'm meeting him as one of his mining operations, which I come to find out is a big part of Saiyan life. Uh, he had this assistant Kareen with him, and I'm here to get some materials for a sword I was going to craft for my dad as kind of like a gift in return for the forge. Um, we had like I bring him this high end bottle of alcohol from like somewhere outside the galaxy, and we kind of like catch up and have a decent conversation. Like I said, I definitely view Everest as one of those people. It's like it's his business. He takes a lot of pride in it, and like he wants to be the face of it. So it's like when he goes out, like he'll try to make a good impression on people and establish those connections. And it seems like he was reasonably successful in this, but um, this non-Saiyan girl who gave me the crest of Mira's ninja school. Her name is Opal Olivar. Uh, she comes to me and says that my sister's in trouble. So I'm very suspicious of this, and she manages to make this thing out of like flower petals. That's like a recording, as what the way I took it is a recording of my sister, but it's someone I can interact with. So it's like it knew things that my sister and I would like specifically know with one another, and not like specific, like oh, what do we do on this date or anything like that. But it was just like I was looking for little things, like maybe like broad mannerisms or something along the lines. But it did manage to convince me that it was her and she was in trouble. And she says that she needs my help creating this weapon, and I, not reluctantly, but like suspiciously accept. And like I said, there's a lot going on. Like there's this beast called the Cerberus that can apparently like drive people mad and take them over. And Opal managed to escape. They're supposed to bring the beast in, but they want to kill it. Mira's group wants to kill it because it's too dangerous, and it's like it's taking over the crew and all this other crazy stuff. So she gives me like the schematics for the weapon to do it, but it's like it's not complete, and it's like a one-off use. So I basically apply it. We had like a 6-day journey, I think, to get there. So it's like I basically applied my crafting knowledge to it to attempt to make it better while not compromising its core purpose. Like maybe it won't be like a one-off thing where you go to stab it and the blade shatters or anything like that. And the other reason I do it is because I'm a little suspicious of Opal. Um, she had mentioned like that the beast could kind of like seep into people's minds and drive them crazy. So I don't want to leave her out of my sight too much. And like I said, I was friendly and kind of got to know her, but like it wasn't like suspicious, like constantly on edge, but it was more like if I can keep an eye on her and establish a baseline for her personality, I might be able to see if something starts to slip or change. That was at least Emerson's theory behind it. Like I said, he's not looking to be overly suspicious and overly like obviously like on edge or anything like that. It's just like there's a conscious reason behind wanting to be around her as often, beyond her attractiveness. So we were basically setting out to build the sword, and it's supposed to take about a day and a half to do. And I said, since we have 6 days to be there, like DM, I'd take my time with it, do some improvements and things like that. And that was where I went on pause. I think that covers pretty much everything that went in my session. It started with the end of Toshiro getting me the Harlequin, the speed avatar. That was the end of my last session, my session before last. And I got some details starting with that, and started this one, and it ended up here with me on my ship flying to save Mira from this Cerberus beast, crafting a weapon that can slay it with Opal. Yeah. Hey, DM.